Hey guys, it's Shy. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and if you're not, hey boo. So happy new year. I hope you guys had a great Christmas and holiday season. I'm getting kind of a late start to the new year. I did kind of already film this video, but I didn't like the lighting, so I redid it. Okay, I did get the P.Louise advent calendar for 2024, and the holiday season is always a busy time, and December is always a busy month just because Christmas is coming. It's my birthday month. I'm closer to my parents now, and I had some family from out of the country come and visit. So I was pretty much booked and busy all of December, but here I am finally getting a video to you guys. I wasn't able to completely unbox my whole P.Louise advent calendar, but I was doing it every day with my daughter, and it was just so special. And P.Louise really leveled up their advent calendar from 2023. So this year was a huge train, okay? A beautiful pink train. In this advent calendar, she gave us more options. So there's more products for more skin tones. I created this beautiful look that you see using most of my P.Louise products. I couldn't use everything on my face from the advent calendar, but I definitely tried to incorporate as much products as I could. You do get quite a few products, so if you like it here, if you like my vibe, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're gonna go ahead and get into this full face of P.Louise makeup that I got in my advent calendar. Okay, so first we need to do these crusty dusty lips, and we got a Bad Bee Energy in Cinnamon Roll. It comes with a lip conditioner and a lip oil, but I personally like the Stay Shining lip oil, and I'm just applying that all over the lips. They're all pretty much clear, but this one has a slight cinnamon scent. But now it's time to get into the skin. So they did come out with this primer. This is the Prime of My Life primer, and it is P.Louise, so it is a baby pink primer, and this is one of those dimethicone smoothing primers. So right now my skin is a little bit more like normal. It's not too dry, but it does have like that tightness. So using this primer right now for my skin, it does take down the shine, and it really leaves your skin feeling silky smooth. But if you're a really oily girl, I probably would skip out on that primer. But now we are going to go ahead and get into this cup. So it is a Sip of Magic, and you could actually use it, and inside is some brow products. Now these are mini eyebrow pencils, and they are smaller. I have the Mochacinno shade. Personally, I already got 5 full sizes of the 3-in-1 brow pencil, and that's what I'm actually going to be using on the brows. And what I love about the 3-in-1 brow pencil is this bristle brush. It is super good. And as far as the formula for the actual brow product for the 3-in-1, it is a brow definer. It is super creamy, so you just want to be careful. I don't think it's gonna be like long lasting just because of how creamy it is. But yeah, this is the shade Mochacinno, and it literally glides on, but you definitely want to be careful. And just to clean up the brows, I'm taking this Fine Cosmetics concealer. Fine Cosmetics is the sister brand to P.Louise. So P.Louise is run by the CEO named Paige, and Luke, her brother, owns Fine Beauty. So I'm just taking that concealer, and it's pretty full coverage. A little bit goes a long way, and as you can see, it is sculpting the brows with no problem. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out, and we're going to go ahead and get into the eyes. Included was these 3 eye bases, and here are the swatches. But I'm going to be mixing Chocolate Chic and Rumor Number 5 together, just because Chocolate Chic on its own is a very warm, like caramel base, and I didn't want it too warm, so that's why I mixed it with Rumor 5. And as you can see, it literally looks like my perfect skin tone. Included in this advent calendar, you did get 2 eyeshadow palettes. So this is a face and cheek palette, and I love how innovative this is with the wheel. It's so cool, and it comes with cream and powder. But for today, I'm gonna be using this palette right here, and it comes with not 1, okay, not 2, but 3 different eyeshadow palette color stories. So I'm going to be taking this warm tone color story today, and you also get some Precious Cargo, aka a 10-piece brush set. So you do get some face brushes and eye brushes, so I'm going to try to use those as possible as well. So I'm going to take this flat brush right here, and I'm going to go into Wild Imagination for my transition color and blend that out. And then once I have that built up, I'm just going to warm it up a little bit with Wish for Wonder, and this is definitely that reddish rich red tone shade, and I'm really just taking my time blending and building. And to really deepen it up, I'm going into this shade called Just Roll With It, and it is a really dark brown. It's very warm, and I'm just packing on the pigment. But to go ahead and lighten and set that front part, I'm taking a New Adventure and just tapping on. I did go about 2 layers of this shadow just to really intense that lid color, and I have to make sure it's all nice and blended and add some shimmer. I'm taking this shade called Keep On Moving, and I'm using my finger to just blend it, and it's such a beautiful shade. So we also got this Off the Record. This is their water activated liner, and it does have some shimmery liner colors in here, but I'm just gonna take that chocolate brown, and I'm gonna use this P.Louise setting spray. Now this is a shimmer setting spray, but I'm using that to activate the liner, and it really glides on, and you get a pack of lashes, and I'm gonna take these half lashes and pop them on, and I really like how it looked. You also get a Frozen Fix mascara. Now this is a curling mascara, and as you can see, it does have a lot of spikes on it, so you definitely want to be careful not to poke an eye out because it is definitely very spiky, but it really separated the lashes, and it's almost kind of like a tubing mascara. But we also got this Cheek of It liquid highlighter in Dare to Dream, and it is kind of similar to something I already received in my P.Louise budget box, but this is a little bit more sheer, so a lot of skin tones can use this shade, but it is basically like a pinky gold, and you can just see how easy it blends into the skin, and it's not too glittery, but it gives enough just to give you that natural glow from within. As you can see right here, it looks really pretty. So onto foundation, I'm taking the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I'm just gonna dot that on all over the face, and my skin is feeling that kind of tightness, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush from the P.Louise brush set, and I'm spraying my face with that shimmer setting spray just to revive the skin. I didn't notice any glitter on the skin, which I was super worried about, but it did give a nice hydrating feel. It almost smelled a little bit like aloe vera as well, so it wasn't like heavily fragranced, but as you can see, the foundation is blending out really nicely. Also in this advent calendar, you get a Spoiled for Choice cream bronzer palette. Now, I personally already own 2 of the Spoiled for Choice bronzers. I have the shades So Cinnamon and Tiramisu, and these are what the shades look like. And personally for me, I like more of a neutral bronzer, so I'm taking the shade So Cinnamon and using that on the skin. But if I wanted something warmer, I would definitely go with Tiramisu, but right now So Cinnamon is my perfect bronzer. A little bit goes a long way, and it really blends in, so make sure you don't use too much. So I have some Cheek of It liquid blushes. I wasn't sure what I was going to use, but you get the powder blushes in the advent calendar. This is in the shade Flirty Floss, but I'm not going to use that because we have a powder blush palette, and this is the Rosy Wet Railway, and look at how beautiful these colors are. So I'm just gonna mix up all those cream blushes because I couldn't decide, and this is the color it made. It's a beautiful peachy pinky color, and it just really blends so nice. I like to build up the blush, so I start with a little bit and just intensify it as needed, and it really just melts into the skin. P.Louise, any really UK product really just melts into the skin, and that's what I love. So now I'm taking that same shade that I used to clean up the brows to go ahead and start my concealer. So I like to go underneath the eyes, the chin, upper lip, a little bit under the cheekbone to just help reinforce that contour, and then of course down the bridge of the nose. And I'm spraying the face again just because I want to make sure this face is nice and hydrated without feeling super dry. But as you can see, everything glided on really nicely, and I'm honestly surprised how long my face lasted using these products. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be super oily just because the primer isn't really a primer I would personally choose, but my face really did hold up without too much shine, and I really like how this face turned out. So as you can see, everything is blending really nicely, really effortlessly, and now I'm just going to take a brighter shade and just pop that right on the inner corner, and then just for a little bit of added lift, I'm going to go down the nose and on the outer corner of the eye. You really need a tiny bit because this really spreads out super far. As you can see, you definitely get that lift, and it is very brightening, but it is going to have you looking super snatched. So then I'm going to go ahead and start blending that inner corner out, and as you can see, it is giving a very bright under eye. So I'm taking that blush and just meshing it up to the temple to make sure everything's blended through. So I'm taking this P.Louise Power Powder, and even tapping off the excess, it still pulls a lot of products. So the coverage on this powder is absolutely insane. This is in the shade Honey, and as you can see, it is super bright, it's matte, it's flawless. So definitely I probably spend like 30 seconds tapping off the excess because it picks up a lot of product. But to set the rest of the face, I'm taking this Makeup Forever powder foundation, and I'm just going all over the face, including the blush, just to make sure the skin is nice and set, because like I said, I have oily skin. So now we're gonna go into some bronzer. This is the Baked bronzer, but P.Louise also has the Wrap It Up bronzer palette. This came in last year's advent calendar, but I'm taking the Baked bronzer, and this is also in So Cinnamon, and I'm just taking this brush from the brush set and applying it, and as you can see, it really blends on the skin. And because it is a Baked formula, a little bit goes a long way, and literally you can't mess it up because it just goes on the skin so flawless, and it really does give that added warmth. So this bronzer is perfect for beginners, and I'm actually really glad that I have it right now because I don't want anything like too mattifying on the skin. And I also use that to do my nose contour as well, just to help give my nose some shape. So I'm really glad that I have this bronzer. Now for blush, I'm mixing these two shades from that Rosy Railway blush palette, and as you can see, the pigment is pigmenting. I definitely make sure I tap off the excess, but I like to build it up softly, and it looks just really pretty. Next, I'm taking this brow gel. This is just a clear brow gel that I got in my budget box, and I really enjoy this one. It has a super strong hold to keep those brows in place, and I love the applicator on here. So the brows are nice nice and set. And for the best part is this golden ticket highlighter palette, and these are the shades. They look absolutely stunning. These are the two darkest shades, but this is the whole bottom row. As you can see, it's very glittery, very shimmery. So if you don't like that in a highlighter, then I probably would skip out on P.Louise highlighters. But I'm mixing those two shades and applying it onto the nose, and as you can see, the highlight is definitely glowing. It pulled a little bit more glittery on the cheek, so just be mindful with that, but I'm going to show you how you can get it to look less glittery. And I'm just wetting my sponge and applying that onto the cheek just to really melt in that highlighter. You also got 6 lip liners in the advent calendar, and I'm taking the deepest shade, which is called Selection Box, and it's more of a purple like berry tone lip liner, and I'm just using that to line the lips. And then once I have that all lined, I'm actually going to be taking another lip liner. The next lip liner I'm going to be applying is called Pretty Purpose, and I'm going to be using that to fill in my actual lip color. So that's the color that I'm applying right here in Pretty Purpose, and it is just a beautiful nude lip, and I probably could have just left it like that, but I wanted to use this lip drip gloss that was in the box, and it is such a glittery lip gloss. It's such a beautiful pinky gold shade, so a little bit goes a long way. So I'm literally tapping it, and as you can see, it just gives the lips that wet feeling, that wet look, and then spraying my face again with that setting spray. And this is what the face looks like. This is my full face of my P.Louise advent calendar for 2024, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.